Okay, let's begin. Good day, my beloved viewers. It's been a little while I posted this next episode. Okay, let's proceed to our topics for today. Planning and Control Management Part 4, Program Progress Monitoring, Updating, and Controlling. Our previous episode was Part 4, Session 7. Still about Progress Update 01. That was about the current program updates, durations, units, cost, percent complete types, the terminologies and formulas. So we have completed this one already. So let's proceed on to our current episode, which is part 4, session 8. Still, we are on the progress update 001. And this will involves the customizing window schedule analysis technique into the program update. And this pertains the establishment of parameters at the user's defined field. These parameters is for the window schedule delay analysis technique. Okay, moving forward. The first thing we need to do here is to add a WBS level for window schedule delay analysis into the existing WBS of our program or project. Take note that incorporating window schedule delay analysis into the program update must be agreed with the client. And if it goes well with the client, then much better for convenience. Or otherwise, this will be established and become the organization's internal program update reference only. Because I have not seen yet any schedulers, planners, or delay analysts the way how I customize a window schedule delay analysis technique, which I have to present in this exercise. I have only seen the window schedule and delay analysis prepared in Excel spreadsheet. This means that if the client does not agree with this scheme, then you as a scheduler or planner will be obliged to create 2 sets of programs with and without the window schedule delay analysis. The one without the window schedule delay analysis will be officially submitted regularly to client. Actually, my main purpose here is to avoid jumping to Excel spreadsheet when I prepare the window schedule delay analysis while I am already working in Primavera P6. Okay, so also take note that in this method, there are a few manual calculations needed to fill the window schedule delay analysis parameters, and that is the disadvantage. But for me, it will not take a considerable longer time to do it. Okay, let's start to do this in Primavera P6. Okay, here we go. Let's look at our project first. Where was our, it's been a long time we didn't open our project. Okay, where we are now. What happened? I think this one. Okay, this one. This is still in the update of June 2022. So let's open this. Okay. And then we will open what layout were we before. I couldn't remember what layout was it. Anyway, we will open any layout. Okay, let's try this one. So our first move here is to define window schedule analysis. No. Is to What is where we are now? Okay, we have to define the WBS label for the window schedule delay analysis, or for our let's say a WSD. We will make it short because the word window schedule delay, window delay schedule delay analysis technique is so very it's a bit long word sentence, so we will shortcut it as WSDA. Okay, so let's go to, we will open our WBS window. Okay, here we go. So this was our existing WBS, but now we will have to add the our WSDA into this existing WBS. So we will add it here after the transportation, or of the same level also of this transportation project management. I mean, in the what level is this? Level 2, right? This level 1, level 2, and we will be creating a WBS of the WSDA into our level 2 also. So highlight, and then right click and then add. Okay, so we will move this into a level 2. So using the arrow here. Okay, let's name this as, let's say WSD. Okay, let's name this as WSDA. And then let's name this as window schedule delay analysis. Okay, window schedule delay analysis. Okay, it's done. So we are prepared of our WBS for the window schedule delay analysis. Okay, our next step here is the we will define the WSDA parameters at the user's defined field. But let me show you first the UDA parameters that we need to be defined for the WSDA. So okay, this is here. Let me show you. Okay, here we go. So window schedule delay analysis technique, user defined parameters. Okay. And then we have here the title, data type, and the descriptions. So delay or disruption description, delay or disruptions description. And the data types is text. And we have here to describe this one. This will describe the nature or detail of disruptions or delay events. Okay, next is delay or disruption chronology. And also we will be using the text data type. And this is about the sequence. This means it sequence the disruption or delay events in the order of occurrence. So that means the chronology of the delay should also be recorded accordingly in the order of occurrence. Okay, next we have the Windows start date. Let me explain to you what is this window. Okay, this is the start date. We will be using the data type start date. Okay, this means that the start date of window where program update is considered. Okay, let me explain this to you this way. We have our project, and when we update our schedule, we are doing it periodically, right? So our project start from June 1 up to next year, good for 10 months. So now, since we will be updating for the month of June to 2022, that is 1st of June down to 30th of June 2022, that is considered as window. Okay. Now, if we will proceed to the next month, if we will do the update for the next month, that is for the month of July 2022, we have already done the two period, meaning the period of, we have done the two window. That is the window 1 was the month of June, and the window 2 is the month of July. But when we say period, we will arrange it this way, that when we say period, that is from June 1 down to July 31, 2022. When we say window, that is the date or the regular date that we update our program. So that means it is a monthly update. So that means every month we have we call it as window. That is the term used in this technique of delay analysis. That is why they call it window. So, okay. So that means our window here is the monthly updates. Is the same as the monthly update of our program. But there are some cases also that it doesn't really mean that the window should be by monthly, but normally it should be. But there are some cases that if we need to update it by, let's say, bi-weekly or weekly, but it is too short. So the window will be bi-weekly or bi-weekly. Okay, later on, as we go forward, you will understand that. So next is window finish date. So this one, it only distinguishes the finish date against the with the start date of the window. Okay. When we say a start date of the window, let's say we are on the updating on the month of July. That means it is our next progress update. So the window start date there is the July 1, and the window finish date is July 31. But for now, since we are updating for the month of June, our first update, so our start date, our window start date should be the 1st of June 2022, and our window finish date should be on the 30th of June 2022. But for now, we assume that there is no delay on this first update, so there will be no start date for the window or finish date here. Okay, next is the period at completion duration. Okay, so we will be using the text here. Actually, this period at completion duration, it should be a number or in a number figure, but we put here as text because it is not proper that it will be summarized on our schedule. Later on, you will realize that why I put here as text, because we want to be specific on every period and we don't want to see the total of the at completion period, or I mean for the whole project. Okay, next. At completion duration of each program update period. Okay, at completion duration of each program update period. Okay, that means, let's say for example, we have, so our first update now is for the month of June. So at completion duration, we will be updating our schedule for the month of June, and we will find whatever is the at completion duration of that month. Now, for the next update, we will be updating it by the end of July 2022. So the period of completion that we have to consider there is the up to the month of July, July 31, yeah, up to July 31, 2022. So that means the at completion duration of the month of June compared to the at completion duration of the month up to the month of July will be different depending on the performance of the project. Okay, I'm just giving you an advance statement here for view if you could really understand it, but later you will understand it when we will execute it in actual. Okay, period of completion duration delay. So this is the what is this ECD? That is I think it should be A. I'm not sure. Okay, let's go forward. We will correct it later. So this should be an integer. Now the meaning of this one is that this is the delay of current ECD. The meaning of ECD is the estimated completion duration. Okay. So why it is estimated completion duration? Because once we update our progress, the completion of the whole project may be earlier than the contract completion, or it may be later than the contract completion if it is delayed. So the delay of the current ECD against the previous, this is the meaning of this one. So that means in this period of completion duration delay, we are comparing the completion duration of the previous against the current. So, okay, so for now, for the month of June, our current ECD is only for the month of June, but we don't have the previous yet because we don't have any updates on the previous before the month of June. Okay, and next, that is why I put integer here, because we want the summary of the delay, summary by total of the delays of the window. Actually, we can call this as the window at period. This is the difference of the previous and the current period. So contract or baseline delay duration. So, okay. So here I also put a text in here because we don't need the summary or. Now, this one is about the delay of current ECD against the contract baseline baseline ECD. I mean, our contract or baseline, actually, this should be ACD at completion duration is 305, right? 305 days. That is including the NTP period. So, but actually, our contract really for the construction proper is 300 days. So, if we will update our first month now, for the month of June, so there will be a the at completion duration will emerge into a new figure or a new number. So it may be more than 305 days, or it may be lesser than 305 days. So that this is that number. Okay, let's say, for example, if we will run now, our update now is the at completion duration of our current update now for the month of June is, let's say, 310. So when you compare it into our contract baseline, which was 305, so that means it is delayed by 5 days. So that 5 days that is what we call the contract or baseline delay duration. Okay. Okay, let's go. Non-excusable or non-compensable delay. Okay. When we talk about this one, this is one. There are 3 types of what do you call that? Delays. Okay. And this is the first type, which is the non-excusable or non-compensable delay. Take note that this is intended for the contractor or the constructor. When they claim, when they want to claim, so this will be the terminologies being used. When we say non-excusable and non-compensable, so we will put it as NN as the shortcut because this is so a bit long sentence or word. So when we say non-excusable and non-compensable, the example of that is that when a contractor, let's say their efficiency on the work is not good enough, or it's really bad, and it causes the project to get delayed. So that means they are not excused. And of course, when they are not excused, of course, they are not entitled for the compensation. So that is the meaning of non-excusable and non-compensable. Okay. We are talking about the claims. So there are 2 kinds of claims. Later we will explain it to you. Actually, there is a claim for the cost and claim for the time or extension of time. So that is the extension of time claim is the work of the delay analyst, a planner or a scheduler. Okay. And the cost claim is, of course, maybe the quantity surveyors, estimators, and the one who will be administering the claims should be in the contract department. So they will be the one to organize everything required for the claims, either in time or in cost or in both. Okay. Let's go to integer. So we'll be using the integer because we want the summary. Okay. Because we want to see the summary. Okay, this is a non-excusable and non-compensable contractor's delay. Okay, next is the excusable non-compensable delay. Okay, so what is the example of this one? So the example of this one is that when we say excusable and non-compensable, so we can say that one is the act of God. Okay, let's say a heavy typhoon is coming or has been experienced on site or during the construction. So the contractor are excused whenever there is a delay on the project, but they are not compensable, or I mean they should not be compensated for the delay due to the typhoon. because actually typhoon is not the intention, or it's not the owner or the client is the one is not the one who created that that events that delay that causes the project to extend. Okay, so that is why they are excusable but non-compensable. So we will put as integer because we want the summary to be shown. Okay, so this is an excusable but non-compensable contractor delay. So excusable, compensable delay. So what is the example of this one? When we say excusable or compensable delay, so this one could be the delay caused by the client, and once the delay by the client is or affects the performance of the contractor, or the contractor spend time and spend money due to the delay or due to the impact of the delay, so they will be excusable and they should be compensated at the same time. Okay. Okay, next. Integer. We put this as integer also because we want the summary to be shown on our program. So excusable and compensable contractor delay. Okay, disruption duration. So this one, when we say disruption, actually mostly some of the contractors are claiming only for the cost of the disruption, if there is an actual cost due to the disruption. Or some cases of this one is that the access of the contractors to do the job while the people are on site to execute the jobs, but because of the access, they cannot execute their work. So that is called disruption, meaning the not only for the the client's delay or some other external maybe. So this disruption, it doesn't mean that this will cause a delay to the a delay or have an overall impact to the project completion. So most cases of this one, this could be the start, or it may develop the delays, the project delay to this will be this could be the one to initiate the accumulation of the delays until it comes into a delayed situation, or the project completion is comes to a point of extension or extending the completion. So, but mostly this disruption is only mostly not on the critical path, but some contractors are claiming for the cost due to the disruptions. Okay. Okay. Let's move forward. So we'll be using the integer so that we can see the summary and the total. The total summation of the disruption duration. So course of action. So that means if we have some delays or disruption, so what course of action do we need to do once we identify a delay, or the most, the contemporary actions we have to do so that this will be attended earlier before it will cause the project to accumulate sleeping until it will become a delay. Okay, so we will be using a text, of course. Now, this is an action to be taken to prevent or mitigate delay or disruption. Okay, so disruption duration is the duration of disruption to contractor's performance. Okay, let me emphasize that disruption and delay is specifically different. Yeah, because when we say disruption, this one it causes delays, but it doesn't really mean that the project completion is impacted. Okay, next we have here the delay narrative. So when we have a delay or disruptions, it is very important that a narrative should be written or I mean should be recorded and be notified to the client or to the everybody concerned about the delay. And this will also give a big support onto any claims if we have to. Okay, so next we have used the text, of course, and this is the detailed history of delay or disruption occurrence. Okay, it's done. So what next? I hope you've got some insights regarding our discussion here. Okay. So let's define all of this into our user-defined field. Okay, so let's go to Primavera. And now we will going into what? Users defined field. So we will go to users defined field, enterprise users defined field, and then here we go. So we will be using the activity. This our subject here is activity. So we'll be using the activity. So actually to make our I mean to make us a bit faster. Actually, I have already defined it here because I'm pretty sure that you know how to define parameters on the user defined field. So this is it. So what we have written or have been okay. Let's show our what to call this. We will be showing our and then also half of it we will show the Primavera. Okay, so that we can see two. Okay. WBS code. Anyway, we will open the layout. No, I think we are on the what happens to this? Okay. Okay. So I think okay, we will open here our I think you can see the window of our slide and then the window of our Primavera. This is the problem when my computer is getting slower. Okay. So here, this is the I just put the WD because so that these parameters will be grouped and we can see it in one, I mean in group. But actually when we put it in our column, we can edit it and then remove the WD. So that's my purpose. So we have here the contractors or baseline delay duration. So we're here, this one. So we put it under text. Okay. Mm, Okay, my battery is okay. So we will just review the our UDF here if it is really here on our list. Contractors baseline text, so this fine. Course of action, delay or disruption chronology. We have here the delay or disruption description, disruption duration, excusable or compensable delay. Okay, these three types of excusable and three types of delay. We have the excusable compensable, excusable non-compensable, and non-excusable non-compensable delay. And we have period at completion duration here. Okay. Actually, this should be period at completion duration. It should be A. Actually, in a way, ECD could be because it. We have here the period ECD, ECD delay. What is it? A period. Okay, this is the ECD delay integer. I have to shortcut it here because the limit of the letters here is not enough. So I made it short into ECD delay. And window finish date, so here it is. Window start date. Okay, that's complete. Okay, so there's no more problem to do it in actual on adding this UDF, these parameters into the UDF because I'm pretty sure you only know how to do it. Okay. So our purpose here is to establish the parameters for the window schedule delay analysis for us to be able to incorporate the WSDA into our schedule or program update. Okay, let's close. And then what is the next thing we need to do here? Okay. So I hope everybody understands. Anything else? Okay. I think let's pause here for a while and continue for the next episode. Just for 10 minutes, I'll be back for the next episode. So our next episode could be part 4, session 9, progress update 001, customizing. Still we are on customizing the window schedule delay analysis technique into the program. So this is still a part of it. That is activity codes explained. So in this episode or the next episode, we'll be explaining about the activity codes. Okay, so see you in this episode, and thank you. And your like is very important. Your subscription is also important, and sharing it can help others. Okay. Okay, I end our session. Just wait for the next episode. And goodbye, guys. And our session.